Welcome back, Questers, to our routine of opening the scriptures, aka Roots. Time to open up our Bibles to Exodus chapter 13. Well, good morning and welcome back, my Quester community, to another episode of our Quester Roots, our routine of opening the scriptures. As you know, God's word is a lamp to our feet, it is a light to our path, and in order to be Jesus' disciples, we need to fill our minds with the Bible. And if we want our lives to bear sweet fruits, then we need our hearts to sink deep roots into God's word. So, Questers, let's get rooted. Exodus chapter 13, here we go. The Lord said to Moses, "Consecrate to me every firstborn male. The first offspring of every womb among the Israelites belongs to me, whether human or animal." Then Moses said to the people, "Commemorate this day, the day you came out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery, because the Lord brought you out of it with a mighty hand. Eat nothing containing yeast. Today, in the month of Aviv, you are leaving. When the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Hivites, and Jebusites, the land he swore to your ancestors to give to you, a land flowing with milk and honey, you are to observe this ceremony in this month. For 7 days, eat bread made without yeast, and on the seventh day, hold a festival to the Lord. Eat unleavened bread during those 7 days. Nothing with yeast in it is to be seen among you, nor shall any yeast be seen anywhere within your borders. On that day, tell your son, I do this because of what the Lord did for me when I came out of Egypt. This observance will be for you like a sign on your hand and a reminder on your forehead that this law of the Lord is to be on your lips. For the Lord brought you out of Egypt with his mighty hand. You must keep this ordinance at the appointed time, year after year. After the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites and gives it to you as he promised on oath to you and your ancestors, you are to give over to the Lord the first offspring of every womb. All the firstborn males of your livestock belong to the Lord. Redeem with a lamb every firstborn donkey, but if you do not redeem it, break its neck. Redeem every firstborn among your sons. In days to come, when your son asks you, "What does this mean?" say to him, "With a mighty hand, the Lord brought us out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. When Pharaoh stubbornly refused to let us go, the Lord killed the firstborn of both people and animals in Egypt. This is why I sacrifice to the Lord the first male offspring of every womb and redeem each of my firstborn sons. And it will be like a sign on your hand and a symbol on your forehead that the Lord brought us out of the land of Egypt with his mighty hand." When Pharaoh let the people go, God did not lead them on the road through the Philistine country, though it was shorter. For God said, if they face war, they might change their minds and return to Egypt. So God led the people around the desert road toward the Red Sea. The Israelites went up out of Egypt ready for battle. Moses took the bones of Joseph with him because Joseph had made the Israelites swear an oath. He said, "God will surely come to your aid, and you must carry my bones up with you from this place." After leaving Succoth, they camped at Etham on the edge of the desert. By day, the Lord went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud to guide them on their way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so that they could travel by day or night. Neither the pillar of cloud by day nor the pillar of fire by night left its place in front of the people. Well, the grass withers and its flower falls away, but the word of the Lord endures forever. Exodus chapter 13. My big questions for today are this. Why is it that the Lord is so opposed to yeast and leaven? Why is it that he keeps telling them to eat bread without that during their ceremonies? My second question has to do with the redemption of the firstborn males. Redeeming is when you pay a price to buy something back. Why is it that only the males, the firstborn males, are redeemed? Why not firstborn daughters as well? And my last question is this. If the pillar of cloud and the pillar of fire were there day and night and the people were traveling and following God, was God in the pillar of fire like he was in the fiery bush that Moses first met on Mount Sinai? And did they ever go to sleep if they were following by day and by night? How did they keep track of all those livestock as well? I've got a lot of big questions today, but I want to hear from you. Do you have any answers to my questions or questions of your own swirling about from today's Bible chapter? If so, why don't you write them down and send me a letter? You know where to find our P.O. Box mailing address, right? You can find it on our website, questercommunity.com. That's also where you can find out more about our identity, who we are, and about our magnificent, meaningful mission, and how you can partner with us in helping all of the curious kids in the world discover all of God's big answers to all of life's biggest questions. We, the Quester community, are a nonprofit, and everything we do is only made possible by generous people like you. I hope to see you again tomorrow for another episode of our Daily Quester R.O.O.T.S, our routine of opening the scriptures. Until then, take care of those around you, always lend a helping hand, keep asking life's big questions, and do your best to understand. Be the best and kindest quester that you can possibly be, and seek truth and love together, which is the key that will set us free. We're on a quest to read the Bible,